Hey everybody, we are actually in the eye wall of a slightly stronger Ada. It is unbelievable. Whipping here.
This old job is always causing stress.
I'm touching the truck here.
All I ever do is work. I don't get no rest.
Man, I got some video footage.
Night is on the way.
Crazy. Let me see if I can get outside.
Down in trouble water.
You just wouldn't believe how much rock in the truck is. Oh shit.
Oh, man, drunk donkey IPA. Let that magic mango chase my blues away.
We're in the eye of Ada here in Key Largo.
Among my friends.
Tremendous
I
weather.
swear the page goes live again.
Coming in. Currently. I'm semi-protected here by my truck, so no worries, but semi-protected. I don't want to get the camera wet, but the trees beside me are completely sideways. I'm not sure what the gusts are, but definitely this is the tropical storm. I think we're seeing a little higher gusts. I got the back turned right now and trying to keep the camera from getting wet. We're in Key Largo. We're in the eye of Ada.
All right, we're dancing. I love that song. It's a Good Friday song. For sure. Oh, I just cut it off. Sorry. Everybody that I hang out with knows that when I sit around the campfire, I never play the song all the way. Are you that kind of person? Like when I have my playlist, I scoot through about 100 songs. Then I start playing one for like a minute. Then I go to the next song. I rarely finish songs, so nothing new there. All right, so this is Louie. We're going to say hello to everybody. This is your daily brew. We have radar right above our heads, Louie. Look, up here. Louie. Up here, look. Louie. Yeah, that's Louisiana. And Louisiana is getting storms right now. Big time. Kind of sneaky little Boeing, not a Duratio, but kind of like one. It's quite impressive. Let's put it in rotation or animated here. Look at that. Incredible. So that's the only thing to talk about. Good morning, James. What's up? Charlene. What's up? Lisa. What's up? Katie Haley. Yeah, your brother does that. It's our standing joke. What's up, Bobby? What's up, Bob? We got John over there, Mr. Conehead. We are Coneheads. The reason we are Coneheads, we'll tell a story here while we say hello to everybody. So our daily brew, of course, has been around a lot of years. Especially in the tropics season, we're on all the time, and started this live video back in, I don't know, 16 was it, Shelly? 16, 17? Before Matthew. But the Conehead name came around because that's the NHC cone of uncertainty. So everybody named themselves Coneheads. So we are all a bunch of Coneheads, and we've got a shirt with a cone on it. So there you go. Louis is the man. But it is Friday, so TGIF, we're going to talk about the weather here in about a minute or two. There's really not a ton to talk about. Fridays are good for one thing in Florida. stopping by your local ABC Fine Wine and Spirits right there. Beautiful palm tree, beautiful blue sky, beautiful flag. So if you're in Florida, make sure you support them. I sure do. Got the big Rays game tonight with the Yankees. So if you're watching it at home, swing on by and pick yourself up a cold one. All right. So, hey, Andrew, do I have the premium version of Wendy? I do. I believe I do. I pay for it. I don't know if they have a newer one, but I think I do. Yeah. Shelly's saying 2016. Cinco de Mayo. That's right. That's right. Why? How could you forget? How could I forget that? So make sure you go by and get your tequila at ABC. They got some cool chalkboard signs. I need to share one later. All right, Leo, I'm going to put you down, buddy. You're such a good boy. Louis is the original. I love my boy. He only nipped at me once when I grabbed, you know what, by accident. All right, we're going to do cheers, get into the weather, talk about some hurricane stuff. Make sure you get your official Mike's Weather page, Louis Cup, and drink your coffee with us every morning as we talk weather. All right, so tomorrow we got our big Oldsmar Upper Pinellas County Hurricane Expo. I'm really excited about it. It's 10 o'clock to noon. And our good friends at Furman are giving away a generator, man. So we're going to be giving that away at 11:45. So there's details when you get there, how to get your name in the hat, and have a chance to win a Furman generator tomorrow at Oldsmar. I'll be speaking at 10:30. Got a really cool presentation put together. I added some new slides. Really focused more on Pinellas County and Oldsmar, and really excited about it. So we're doing a test run today later. We got a lot of keynotes, not keynote, but we have a lot of tables set up from local FEMA and local county officials, EOC. Learn a lot about sandbags and alert Pinellas, a lot of good stuff. So that's tomorrow. Hopefully you can come. Let's put up the old radar while we chit chat real quick. So this is live right now. Let's just zoom in on it. That's the only game in town, everybody. It's going to be a pretty quiet weekend weather-wise. I was looking at long-range weather, and, man, there's just nothing really brewing, man. The jet stream's behaving itself. Good morning, El Garage. Good morning. Cloud top feature, Andrew. Yeah, I'll look at that. I don't know if I ever really used it much, to tell you the truth. I use the Cloud tops a lot, you know, on the rapid refresh models. Harold had some showers out west. What's up, Trish from Pensacola? So this rain is weird. This really didn't show up. It's in Mississippi now. Pretty heavy line. It's going to eventually pop off into the Gulf of Mexico. It doesn't look like you might get some of the tip of Florida. Maybe. This was that frontal line we talked a lot on Wednesday. It might bring a little bit of increased rain chances tomorrow across south, southeast. I doubt it. So let's look at long range here real quick. Show you where this is going because it's live and happening now. It might reach the tip of Florida here later this morning, this afternoon, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like it's going to fizzle down into the Gulf of Mexico and be long gone. So let's look at some latest thinking here. We got 22 hours out. So this is kind of what it's going to do. It's kind of going to, you might get some still. So there's a chance it might reach around noon time, the tip of the Florida panhandle there. This is around noon today. So definitely strong right now in Mississippi, lower Louisiana. This is a strong line of storms. Slight chance of tornadoes. And some of that energy is going to stay over tonight. So look at that. This is later tonight. Lingering, we call them linguini fronts. Fixing, Linda. Fixing to get it. Helen, I will not be live tomorrow. Only on the weekdays. Oh, I might be live at the expo. Yeah, we'll probably do a walk around. Panama City. Dawn. Well, it might fizzle the time it gets to y'all. You're going to probably get some scattered stuff later this afternoon. This is about 2 o'clock. But look at that. So it's going to hang around throughout the day. This is later tonight. So looks like it could, this is all coming down, brewing later tonight. So this is round 2. This is sneaky. This is going to possibly be more PM stuff. This is not what you're getting now. So if you're in the upper Gulf, you're going to get another round tonight, Friday night. And this eventually kind of goes south. So looking at Storm Prediction Center, we do have some chances possibly here for tornadoes. Nothing big time. This is only 2 to 4%. It's just, they range it on chances within an area, probability, blah, blah, blah. But basically, when you get into the brown 5%, you get a tornado watch. But because we're green, could have a little sneaky little tornado maybe. This is for today. This is probably more that second line coming down later today. Not a lot of this tornado chances all through the south. A little bit in Texas too. Not a lot. So mainly it's thunderstorm potential. Hail though, we do have big hail chances in Texas today. Again, middle part of Texas, also northward. Not showing that one, but we can go back here and look at that for. Let's see here, national. There we go. Here is your hail chances. So there you go. We got 2 hatched areas for hail. We even have a hail. Could be some hail. It looked like there was hail on radar this morning on these lines. So could be some hail across the south also. Some of these storms are strong enough tonight. So that is weather. We got incoming storms later today to watch. So pay attention to that. This is later tonight. We got some storms impacting the upper Gulf. But down the road, we showed a lot. I showed a lot of this a little bit ago. These maps are on my site. You can take a look here. These are your QPF maps as far as rainfall goes. And here's your rainfall for today. Nothing in the East Coast, nothing in Florida. When I say Florida, I meant Peninsula. We're like 2 countries here. We got Peninsula people and Panhandle people. When I say, Peninsula people don't know that Panhandle people exist. What's up, Bobby? Happy Cinco de Mayo. You ever see that funny meme with the mayonnaise in the sink? Mr. James Fort, good morning, buddy. Oh, Paul, you're at a muddy jazz fest. Oh, I hate to hear it, man. Might be a little break in the weather here in a little bit for you, and then there looks like there's another round coming tonight. Tomorrow it looks a lot better. But yeah, not a good day. So it rains tomorrow. It might linger a little bit tomorrow too. Sorry, I was wrong. Didn't go out that far yet on the HR. Well, we can go out to the 6Z and take a look. Well, not as much tomorrow, but this is tomorrow. Isolated stuff tomorrow in lower Louisiana. So yeah, not like it is today though. Yeah, there could be a little bit of rain down there tomorrow. This is tomorrow. Isolated. More afternoon stuff tomorrow. At least the first part of the day is good. Sunday rains, real scattered. So, Saturday, Sunday. There's just not a lot brewing. Real scattered stuff across Florida. Nothing. When I say Florida, I meant Peninsula. Maybe our next system brewing here next week. Long way away. But, man, it's just nothing going on, man, weather-wise. It's very quiet. Look at this pollen map. I thought this was really interesting. The pollen map is really cool to look at. So remember when we started tracking the pollen, it was down in Florida? Look how it's creeping northward. Isn't that neat? All the pollen in the south is gone, but I never really learned that. The pollen map, obviously, early season starts in the south, and I've watched it progress its way northward, and now it's across Pennsylvania, Ohio, Illinois, Indiana, all the way across. So it's kind of worked its way north. It's pretty interesting. So pollen season has moved north. That's on the Weather Channel, by the way. I love that image. It's hard to find. Another day of low humidity here in the south. It was cold last night. Let's talk about that. How can it be so chilly when it's only like 80 degrees out. Isn't that amazing? Peninsula, Lower Alabama. I got, hey, look, I got somebody from Switzerland. How about that? Appreciate that. Is it Media Blue? Appreciate that. How's Switzerland doing? Where's rain, man? No rain. Oh, pollen, Fort Myers, bad, Christine says. Hey, Jason, thanks for asking, man. I've been trying to do more boating forecasts for everybody. Yeah, it's tricky, this squall line. Even the, you know, this is your latest HRR. Not really, you know. The one tonight will be the one that looks like it might make its way more down into the Gulf. I don't know how far out you are, but the one today kind of fizzles out a little bit along the coast right here, as you can see. But then tonight, the second round that's brewing, this is like 2, 3, 4 o'clock tonight, Friday night. This one might make its way down into the Gulf to watch. And it's still showing kind of heavy, strong storms. So I keep my eye open on the second one, which the Storm Prediction Center just talked about it a little bit this morning. I was reading their discussion, and see, they're saying the one this morning is going to push off into the Central Gulf Coast. Oh, Central Gulf Coast. Never mind. I didn't read coast. It's all Central Gulf. I'm like, no. So yeah, the second one though, could be some storms later today. So there you go. So I don't know. That's about it. Let me drink some coffee and then we'll talk hurricane stuff. We're getting close to season here. Getting so close. Storm prediction maps here, not really showing much. Long range, showing you what I just said. There's really nothing big weather-wise coming. This map goes out 3 to 7 days. Day 3 to day 7. Not more like long range stuff, but nothing. Heavy precipitation in Alaska. We got a new drought map. Let me show you, catch everybody up on some news. So we had a new drought map yesterday. Thursday they get released. And unfortunately for Florida folks, we still have extreme drought across west central Florida. That orange has really got reduced a lot. Most of the peninsula was in a severe drought, but we had those rains and the wacky weather the last couple weeks. It did help a little bit. So the drought was reduced some, but Florida west coast still pretty dry. Our lake in the back is probably the lowest I've ever seen it. So it, we need rain. We need rain. Katrina says, no more hail. All right. I am not going to wear a suit and tie tomorrow. I am going to wear jeans and a polo shirt. Maybe I'll wear flip-flops. Darcy from Nova Scotia. Hey, Darcy. Is it DRC? My mom and dad took me on a trip to Nova Scotia back when I was a little kid. Barely remember it, but I remember the Bay of Fundy, kinda. The tide swings at the Bay of Fundy, right? That's what they're famous for. I kind of remember the water rushing in, man. It was. I'd like to see it again. And then I remember getting off the ship. We took a ship, I think, from Maine northward. And, God, I barely remember it. I was really young. But I remember when we landed in Nova Scotia, there was someone playing the bagpipes. I just remember that, hearing that memory pop up. See, back then, man, we didn't have pictures. Pictures relive, like, memories, right? We didn't have digital memories that pop up, and now it's like you relive your whole life. I have a picture. I bet you I got a picture of the kids every day of their life. Highs, tides. Yeah, I know. It's crazy. What's up, Bobby? Went to Nova Scotia a long time ago. Yeah, North Carolina's finally out of your drought, Mr. Cliff. Yep. So, I mean, I feel there's just nothing to talk about weather-wise. So let's talk about hurricanes. So, again, really the only thing in town, of course, middle country stuff. We got that's a weird-looking SPC map. That's tomorrow. And then That's Sunday. Jet streams moving on up, like the Jeffersons, moving on up. We don't have any severe weather attached to this stuff, by the way. It just looks healthy on radar, but nothing, like I said, we do got that secondary little pop. Let's see what the Euro showed about that. Then we're going to talk hurricane stuff. I don't really have a lot to talk about hurricane stuff, but we got a little bit to talk about. All right, so here's later on today. This cluster is going to slide on out of here. Then there's going to be another little wave pop in tonight. This is tonight. Oh, no, that's tomorrow. That was because we talked about that one too. Yeah, here's the one later tonight. So that's that secondary one. So we'll just have to watch. Like I said, there's probably another line of storms coming down tonight to watch that could impact some of the Gulf down here. But Florida is closed. All right, in case you didn't notice, yesterday I posted this. Was tricky. Look at this graphic. Teasing everybody. 7 days. So it was rumored. Never really saw official press announcement about it, but I read enough to know that they were probably going to do it. But now they're going to be going out 7 days on these maps, which it's kind of good for me because, we like to look long range, and sometimes it confuses people when I talk about areas that aren't officially on the NHC map yet. So they're going to pick up on areas too, and they're going to start showing them 7 days now. So we'll have 2 more days of official discussion on the tropics, which is good for me, because then I won't feel like I'm hyping. But anyway, that's new. That's a preview. Now this starts May 15th, 10 days on a Monday, right? So May 15th, they're going to start issuing these outlooks, even though the official hurricane season doesn't start until June 1st. So the hurricane season's June 1st. They'll start issuing these May 15th. And they're issued 4 times a day. 8 a.m., 2 p.m., 8 p.m., 2 a.m., 8 and 2 Eastern. So, yep, totally Darcy. El Nino reduced numbers, warm water increased numbers. Stacy from St. Thomas. The talked a lot about it Wednesday, but not everybody's here all the time. But usually what happens is during El Nino, you get a lot of wind shear. And I've pulled up past maps of 2018, for example, and it pretty much nothing existed in the Caribbean during El Nino years. So that's, good news for sure for those that live down there for El Nino, because it helps reduce hurricanes in the Caribbean. We have a lot of people that watch down there. Virgin Islands, somebody just popped in, said, "Hey, right, Stacey?" So that's good news, right? So they are predicting El Nino. The other issue is the warmer waters in this area here, and that offsets El Nino. So my theme anymore is it only takes one, and I do have our new shirt coming out publicly next the 15th with the 2023 hurricane season, and it says only takes one on it this year. And it's a cool shirt. I did really good on this one. I'm real happy. It's 2-sided too. A lot of people wanted us to do a 2-sided shirt, so I'll post the link on the 15th. But correct, she just mentioned Dorian. RE Riggs looking forward to seeing us every day. Yep. I just have to make sure I don't put on yesterday's clothes. I will admit, as every other guy in the world probably does too, you have your 1-day clothes, you have your 2-day clothes. But now that I go live every day, I get called out if I wear yesterday's shirt. So I have to be careful with my ensemble. A wave on the Gulf, the 14th. I have to look at that. I don't know. All right, so same old thing about the tropics, Bobby. This just people, only takes one. The one thing that I've been really watching more of is the El Nino years. Andrew, Dorian, Florence, Gene, and Francis. So, they all took a northerly type of a track around the shear zone here. And the Joaquin, how do I say that? Everybody laughs at me. Rosie Crump. I got sidetracked. But anyway, so those are El Nino years, Joaquin or Joaquin, Joaquin, Joaquin with a W. There's no J. Did I mess it up all year? We were live that year. What year was that? 19? I can't remember. Kelly, good morning. So anyway, that was another one that formed, and unfortunately it was bad for the Bahamas. So anyway, that's my concern is and then of course Michael. We don't like to talk about Michael, but Michael formed during an El Nino year, and it didn't care about that because it formed there. So so what we saw in Fort Lauderdale, some long-range maps here on Tropical Tidbits. I shared this on the Brew Crew the other day, but we'll go ahead and show it here. This is your monthly maps here. CFS map just came out this is for June. This is on Tropical Tidbits, by the way. So, what happened with Fort Lauderdale was a 1 in 1,000-year flood, they're saying, but the Gulf Stream is just super duper warm and waters are warmer than normal and everything lined up. So anytime you get warm water, bad things can happen. Just the way it goes. So we're going to watch the water anomaly maps, and that's how it happens. I don't get too worked up anymore about Cape Verde storms because, we get a lot of SAL in the first part of the year. The Saharan air layer is very thick early in the year. So you'll hear a lot of chitter chatter about that. I'm sure I haven't seen it yet, but it's very common to have a lot of Saharan dust early in the year. So that's not a place to look. And if we do get an El Nino, it's great for the Caribbean. Sometimes it'll help, reduce the strength of storms in the open Atlantic, maybe as they approach the islands. So, seems like the story lately has just been these 3-day rapid intensification storms, and they brew in the Western Atlantic and Caribbean and especially the Gulf. So yeah, I don't see how we cannot have stuff to watch just by the simple fact that we have warm water. I mean, it's so scientific to say that, but it's true. I mean, we got the loop eddies, loop currents. It's just it's facts. Hot water is. So Darcy, that's the question I got. I wonder. My theory. I don't have anybody to really back me up on this, but let's say normally your high pressure is here. Storms take this type of a path, let's say peak season. I'm curious with the shear here, does that high move over here, allowing, more of a different type of a pattern, I just got a weird text. How do they get your phone number? I get so many weird phone numbers now. So that's the theory I got is these incoming storms. And we'll know at the end of the year if we get one or not. But I've been yakking it forever. All right, so this map here is a pretty cool map. This is tropicaltidbits.com. It is a precipitation anomaly map. I don't know how accurate they are. And when I say that, it doesn't mean anything about Levi. He just puts these are this is not him. This is just models that are produced by other people that he shares. So this modeling, I don't know how long range precipitation models are, but a lot of people use these in forecasts. I mean, when NOAA comes out with their official forecast soon, they'll reference models like this, and these are long range precipitation models. And for the month of June, green is pretty high, above average precipitation effect, possible here for the southeast. So that's, we'll see. We'll see. That's June. Here's July. August. August. I've been seeing a lot of chatter about peak season stuff. August. Notice down here it's dry, but look at this moisture up here. This is long range looking, but it's interesting, right? This is August. Kind of might spell what we can see as far as where the high is setting up. So that's August. Again, these models, I don't know, take them with a grain of salt. September moisture. So then of course October. I mean, this is interesting, right? October, we always look at Caribbean down here, and unfortunately, October is where we look at. So yeah, I can't, no one knows for sure, but these are really interesting models to look at. These are monthly precipitation models. And I like looking at them. Whether or not they're hold true or not, we'll see. Water temperatures are always cool to look at. The anomaly map here is, we had a cool down. We did have a cool down, which is great. 7-day temperature change. This is important, and I don't want to hype up things, just keep it real. But the water did come down a little bit. North Atlantic. I think it's North Atlantic. It is a weekly 7-day change. So 7-day change. Anomaly overall. This is a good map. This is your Nino index map. Kind of showing you where we're going there. So yeah, anyways, it's only a 7-day change. If you look at a 30-day change, 30-day maps, it's still above normal. So it'll warm back up quick. And the thing to note with that kind of stuff too, those are sea surface temperatures, not so much underneath the surface. I wonder if the sea surface map's not working. What's up with that? That's not good. Why is that not working? Map's not working. Bummer. That's my favorite map in the world, and it's not working. But this is interesting. I mean, this type of stuff here we look at. This is the ocean heat content maps. This is the temperature underneath the surface, and starting to show some high water temperatures below the surface, and kind of early for that kind of stuff. So there you go. So water temperatures are definitely getting up there. I talk a lot about the loop currents and loop eddies, but you can always watch them. This is a great site here, and it really shows you how deep that loop current is going up into the Gulf. And we watch these every year. This is the Gulf Stream, basically. This is kind of why Lauderdale got hit so hard with that rain, is because we had really big tropical flow of fuel, endless fuel, and that's what you don't want. Harvey sat over top one of these little loop eddies, and it just never ran out of fuel. And these Gulf streams have a lot of fuel. A lot of times you see rapid intensification here because the waters are so warm and shallow. So you don't have a lot of cold water upwelling. So how about that? What's going on? All right, let's talk about things. You're welcome, Mary. Jonathan, what's up? Yo, hell, what's going on, buddy? How you been? Hope you're doing good, man, down south. How's all that rain down there? Terrible. All right, we'll just chit-chat for a little bit. Excited about tomorrow. We'll share a lot of pictures from the Hurricane Expo, you know. Give a shout out to my friends here at Done Right Roofing. They're local Hillsboro, Pinellas, Pasco. If you guys had any damages from any hailstorms, maybe in Hillsboro County, definitely reach out to them. They specialize in a lot of that stuff. They have a great blog. I always share this. I was really impressed with these articles. So if you want to learn a lot about roofing, about solar panels, tax credit, a lot of good information. And they got 9 pages of blogs, man. Determine whether or not you need a lightning rod, metal roof. I think, Shelly, you got a metal roof, right, Shelly? So, good stuff. We'd like to thank them for joining us this year and supporting the page. For sure. I think Dennis Phillips got his little thing going on tonight, doesn't he? Anybody going to that? Dennis Phillips has a hurricane show tonight, I believe tonight, is it? Some dress up thing he's doing. I can't go because you got to wear a tie. That's right, Chris. What's up? Less than a month. Loretta Reed, good morning. Thank you, Katie. Yeah, man. The Eastlake High School won their districts, and Emily, I shared it. Share it on the page. Hey, I gotta get her out there. I gotta use all the tools we can. It's a dog eat dog world out there, and she's an amazing athlete. So I'm excited for her. Thanks, Cliff. Rosie, yeah, that EF3 in Virginia Beach, that was big news. Yeah, it's amazing, no injuries, right? We had an EF2 down in the Palm Beach area, right? Last week we had the EF1 on the other side of the state. Was that around Port Charlotte area? I can't remember. EF1. Yeah, so really rare to have this, and it was all that wild upper level low that was bringing all this instability. So again, jet stream induced. We don't usually get that in Florida, but we did. So yes, let's look back. What day was that? I can't remember how far along it was that. It was last week. When was? Oh, there it is, right there. So 429. There it is. There's your 2 tornadoes. The little red dots. Man, why is it so small? Oh, you know what? Did I change? Oh man, that's right. So I got new prescription yesterday. Why is this thing not showing up? There it is. So I got a new prescription. I went up a level because I could see amazing far away. But of course, I'm at that age. Up close, it wasn't the best. So I'm bouncing between the 2 prescriptions. So when I have days that I'm working at home, I'm going to go to the lower prescription because I can see great. But days that I'm traveling and going outside, I got to remember to put the higher prescription in. Because I think I was on TikTok Live last night. Was I, Shelly? Did I fall asleep last night on TikTok Live? Anybody watching me? I think I did. Darcy, yeah, you get a lot of that. While we get the water spouts, especially early morning. For some reason, we get more morning water spouts. So yeah, Shelly, I used to put a 750, 800. Now I'm at 800, 850. I'm going to try that. And it worked for a while. I actually did that. I just said, try it. I'm going to try it later today. I'm going to put 800, 850. That's like thick. But here's the tornadoes That was the EF1 Palm Beach. Well, they said EF1. Oh, but that wasn't that was their initial. They haven't updated this. And then Charlotte County was the other one. So there's the two. And then the next day, was that the Virginia Beach one? Yeah, right here. There it is. This is 30th. That was the next day. That was the EF3 Virginia Beach. Look at any hail reports. Oh, look at all these tornadoes. Holy moly, this is 427. Look at all these tornadoes in the Panhandle. This was on last week's weather. Wacky weather. We had all kinds of wacky weather. Look at all these. This is Florida hail reports. 425. Look at that. All this is dating back to 423. All right, so 423, 24, 25, 26, 27. I mean, look, crazy. And then things are finally quiet. And if you're interested in that map too, by the way, it's on the Storm Prediction Center page right here, right there. And you can look at past storm reports. When you go to the page, go down to the bottom here, and you'll see it right here. Latest Storm Prediction Center archive right here, and then you can see what happened. So let's look at the jet stream real quick. Where's it at? It's kind of flattened out a little bit. Here, let's see, jet stream animation. Why is that thing? There's your jet stream right now. I like this one too. The forecast. This is El Dorado weather. Kind of shows you things are just stable right now. There's really nothing coming. Long range. Maybe day 7 we might have a storm brewing. Maybe. But I'm not going to go out that far because it always ends up failing. Good morning, Miss Peggy. Linda, yeah, Los Angeles has tornadoes this year. Bright red. Do you have to paint your roof, Shelly? Happy Cinco de Mayo. Oh, we can do rain totals. Oh, Jonathan, yeah, there's nothing really coming, buddy. There's really nothing coming. Let's look one more time at the future radar here. Got to give everybody a sense of what's cooking. This is your... Let's look at the Gulf Coast, or Gulf region. This will include Texas. Texas. Had a good time at Texas. By the way, if you didn't know, I was with the hurricane hunters on Monday. It was fascinating. All right, so here's that rain today, like we're talking about. This is going to be around noontime. It's going to touch maybe parts of Florida and maybe into lower Alabama a little bit. And it looks like there's another round we're going to be watching later today, possibly this evening. And then that kind of pushes off into the Gulf late tonight. Tomorrow, Saturday, nothing tomorrow. I mean, a little bit of isolated stuff across South Carolina, Jonathan. Maybe some isolated. There's that leftover energy. Remember we were showing this on Wednesday. It's still panning out. We could see some very isolated stuff here from that leftover area from today. So maybe some isolated stuff tomorrow. Maybe. Got little storms popping. Obviously, this is normal this time of year. And Sunday, this just doesn't go out that far. It only goes out to Sunday morning, but doesn't look like a lot. Just not a lot of weather. Man, we go through these spells. I'm telling you, weather is so predictable. Anytime we get a little lull like this, we know that more is coming eventually. Always does. Always happens. 24-hour precip maps. Sunday. Well, this is all the way to next week. But this is through the weekend right here. Pretty much right here. Boom. So this is all the rainfall that's going to fall through the weekend right there. So very isolated stuff. The heaviest concentrations right here in the upper Gulf. Everybody else is just hit or miss. Very little along the coastal areas. Total precip through the weekend. Here's through Sunday night. This is rainfall through Sunday night. Maybe some pop-up southeast stuff in Florida. Normal little guys, right? But look at that. Pretty quiet for everybody else. So there you go. Early margarita, nope. Linda's up there. Hey, Linda, how you doing? I still got your crayons, Linda. That was years ago. Look at that. Those are Linda's crayons. These are 7-day crayons now. NHC going to 7-day outlooks. That's good for me. Let me tell you why. Soon as the news starts showing circled areas, panic sets in sometimes. Sometimes. So, we talk about things 10 days out sometimes, but now the news is going to be our friend, and they're going to do it for us. I don't know how it's going to pan out. I hope it works out good for them. Let's start looking at some stuff here. There's really not a lot. Caribbean. Nothing on the tropics maps. So, not uncommon to get a May system, but right now we're not seeing anything. We don't see any tropical. Oh, there's a low. There's always a low down here. Always a little low down there. Always down there. Always a low down there. I don't know why. We can look at, frontal line placements. Sometimes tails of fronts can get going, but there's really nothing showing. All right, there's your big dust thing coming in. Check that out. Remember talking about Sal? It's always really heavy this time of year. Dry air and dust across the Atlantic. Very common. So, all right. Tomorrow is EOD day. Huh. Didn't know that. Thank you, military. Heck yeah. See you, Rosie Crump. Got it. Rosie, I hate it, but I think of Forrest Gump when I see your name. Rosie Crump, Forrest Gump. Darcy, I don't even look at Africa yet. It's too far down the line. Put up your new fence, Jonathan. Heck yeah. Scott's drinking already. Yeah, Eldorado weather's good. Another one is that, Pivotal weather, Bobby? I don't use it, but that's what Brandon told me he uses a lot. So I shared the link on our Brew Crew page. I need to share it on the big page, but that movie that I went to see last Friday was phenomenal. I've been so dang busy, right? I had a message Shelly Wednesday. I'm like, why did we take off Friday again? And I forgot totally that I was at the movie premiere down here in St. Pete. It's like nonstop. I feel bad. I had to turn down the St. Pete Expo wanted me there, and I felt bad. There's another one I'm working on West Palm Beach, maybe coming up, but I just can't do them all. So anything else we chit chat about? Good morning, Marvin from Alabama. Weekend plans. Well, let's see. I got an expo. I might go out in a boat tomorrow. Sunday, the girls are doing a paintbrush thing, right? Where they do they make something. So that's them. Kind of sad. They're leaving me. I don't know what I'm going to do. So we got a big Rays games are going to be a lot of fun. They're playing the Yankees here at home. I might go tonight, maybe, if there's tickets, but I don't know. What's everybody doing this weekend? Anything bourbon? How about the bourbon? Tammy, good morning. Neighbor, I reckon you must live here. Anybody's power bill? Did we talk about this? I got the Tico power bill this week. It was crazy. Oh, the cruise. Hey, great question. Cruise. I got a really tiny little link right here. We really haven't been pushing it too much, but it's right there. Secret. Our 3rd annual cruise is coming up. I was actually talking to Jason about it from Furman. They're big sponsors of it. So much fun. I love it. Shelly does a lot of the planning of the cruise along with Kim Shipley's our travel agent. She's amazing. But, man, listen. You got to go. if you love cruising, you got to come with us because we have the best people and everybody has a great time. So there's the link. This time we're going 6 nights instead of 4 nights. Leave on a Saturday, home on a Friday morning, so you still have your weekend, which is great afterwards. It's during spring break. I love my little seminar. This year we're going to make that more of a longer session with question and answers afterwards. And our meet and greet really turned out fun, so we're going to do that a little bit more heavy this time, maybe do some raffles, and that's where we're going to meet James Van Fleet, meet maybe some ship captains. You know, we'll do them bridge tours again and some private excursion stuff for our MWPs. The group photo is a lot of fun. I think Julie ended up mailing those, Shelly. So, and then we give away a lot of free stuff. Sarah still wears her little bracelet. But, yeah, if you like to cruise, check it out. It's a lot of fun. We really have a good time. I love it. All right, so don't forget we're over there streaming on YouTube. I'm really excited about that. It's growing over there. We're streaming live, and you can always watch the replays on the website or the app. So thank you on the YouTube side. We're getting up there. We're gonna hit 100K this year. That's my goal. 100,000. We're at 43 right now. So itinerary is not posted, but pretty simple. The meet and greet's fun. They walked around. It's a free cocktail happy hour, but my God, they brought around drinks, man. Everywhere you look, they were bringing us drinks. It's like, are you kidding me? So it's really good casual, good time, and that was fun. So we'll do that again. The meet and greet. That's probably where we'll hand out the swag bags and talk, mingle and meet and greet. And that's the first night. So anyway, anything else we can chit chat about? Chris, what's up? What are you doing in South Carolina, buddy? I was on TikTok last night. Bad me. Showed free comic book? Cool. Comic book day tomorrow. I didn't know that. All right. Well, there you go. We'll just wind it up. Linda says she might be able to go. Cool. Oh, cool. Tammy, tell him hello. I wish there was more weather to talk about. No news is good news, I reckon. Can't really see anything coming. I'm worried about our little lake out back. I've never seen it so low. It's still in an extreme drought situation. Not a lot coming. So other exciting news. So next week I'll be at the Governor Hurricane Conference, GHC, down in South. I don't know where it's at. West Palm Beach, maybe Lauderdale. I don't even know where it's at. But anyway, I'll be there. A lot of emergency management people are there. My friends from FDEM are going to be there, Florida Division of Emergency Management. Kevin Guthrie and crew. I'm excited about seeing them and meeting all the local county EOCs. So I'll be there hanging out Wednesday, Thursday next week. Booth 511. And I'll share that again. I got to find the graphic that I did. Pretty sure it's 511. Let me see here. I posted it yesterday. A lot of good storm surge maps too. Here you go. So my buddy Greg's hooking me up. CTC disaster response. They have a booth, so I'll be in 511 hanging out. So if you're at the Governor's Hurricane Conference next week, I'll be there chilling out. Maybe we can have a beer. So here's some cool stuff that was posted by the National Weather Service in Tampa. Very interesting. I love this graphic. Fascinating graphic on storm surge. You don't have to have a very strong hurricane to have storm surge. We saw that with Ada here locally, right? Record surge in Tampa Bay from a tropical storm that was 60 miles off our coast, didn't even make landfall. But Katrina, Cat 3, 28-foot storm surge, large, slow-moving system, pushed a lot of water. Hurricane Ike was a Category 2. It had 20 foot of storm surge. Hurricane Ian, obviously, 10 to 15. Category 1, Hurricane Irene, 8 to 11 foot. Category 1. And then Charlie was about half the storm surge of Ian, because it was a tiny little storm moving fast during low tide. Well, they don't add tide. Surge, I don't know if they're including storm tide with these numbers, but the other thing that's fascinating, I talk about it a lot, is this graphic. I don't use this graphic, but this is very fascinating. So I didn't really realize until a couple years ago that tide is added to surge. So when they tell you, a 15-foot surge, then you add a couple feet sometimes to that because of tide. So when you have a full moon, you can have really high tides, and then the waves on top of that. I didn't really think about that until I saw that movie last week. The waves on top of surge. That's the biggest story. When you have an approaching system, the surge might be 10 foot, let's say, but then you add the waves on top of that surge. Really magnifies things. So the surge is one thing. The waves are on top of that surge is another. That's why the water is so bad. Most all hurricane deaths are with water. 88 to 90% of all hurricane fatalities are water related. Inland flooding is really increasing with the hurricane fatalities and its surge. So hurricane names, heck yeah, we posted that right here. You got a good little link here. The names for the season. So if you notice the names of the season, we've lost 4 because of 2000 with Irma. But anyway, we got Arlene, Brett, Cindy, Dawn, Emily, Franklin, Gert, Harold, Idalia, Jose, Katia, not Katie, Katia, Lee, Margot, Nigel, Ophelia, Felipe. We're getting into the hard pronunciation. Rena, Sean, Tammy, Vince, and Whitney. So Arlene will be the first one. There's a good link here on retired names on all the years. So 17, they retired 4 names. Harvey, Irma, Maria, and Nate. That was a very busy year. Matthew was 16. 15 was not. You guys told me how to say it. The J Storm was 15. But 17, they retired Harvey, Irma, Maria, and Nate. 18, they retired Florence and Michael. 19, Dorian. 20, they retired Laura, Ada, and Iota. 21, they retired Ida. 22, last year, Fiona, because it was bad for the New Brunswick area in Canada, and Ian. So there's a lot of names retired. Donna in 60. So that's pretty big list. Look at all the I's that have been retired. So we had 1, 2. Look at Andrew. Andrew might be the only A storm ever retired. Oh, Agnes in 72. A lot of I's. Ian, Ingrid, Irma, Ida, Iota, Igor, Ike. A lot of I's. But Ivan, Isabel, Isadora. A lot of I's. Iris. They're running out of I names. What? They're going to run out of names that begin with an I. 72 though, Agnes. Look at that. So we did have an A storm that was retired. Usually storms more middle of the alphabet because early season storms usually aren't as. Oh, there's Allen too. Look at that, Allen in 80. Huh. I wonder about that one. Let's take a look at Hurricane Allen. I really wasn't a tropics guy back then. I was just a kid. I'm still a kid. Just a kid. All right, Hurricane Allen. Let's take a look at Allen. All right, so Allen was a powerful Cape Verde hurricane that affected the Caribbean and Texas, 1980. So it came across the Caribbean. 1980. Look at that. Holy cow. That's a track right there. Right into Texas. 1980. Anybody in Texas watching talk about Allen? So it cost, it had 269 fatalities. 190 mile an hour winds. Not at landfall, but holy cow. 190? Jeez. 190? Man, let's see what kind of year that was. 1980. Let's look back at history. Let's take a look at El Nino in 1980. Let's see what the historical information for 1980 was. What kind of year was it? It was a neutral year. Started out as an El Nino year. Wow. Interesting. So there you go. You learn something new every day. Hurricane Allen, I didn't even know was a powerful Category 5 hurricane. I got so many dang tabs up again. I don't even know what I'm looking for here. Anyway, all right. What's up, Bradley? Thank you, buddy. No more Greek names, Linda. Nope, they got rid of the Greek names. They said it was confusing. Harold was the year you were born, 80. Oh, my God, I feel old. Bertha, I'm talking about Andrew. Yes, Andrew was a late August storm. Good weekend, Mr. Fort. Mike said he's coming to the game. Cool. Joaquin, there we go again. I can't ever remember. Oh. Anyway, all right. Well, I got to work on my presentation. I got to do that. I'm meeting the county here later to go over our setup. So I got a couple big things coming up. So there you go. All right. Appreciate you tuning in as always. Hope you have a great weekend. If you're out and about. And we'll be back live on Monday for the Daily Brew. All right. Probably no live Wednesday because I'm going to be down at the GHC. Maybe. For sure Monday and Friday next week. But there's really not a lot. I mean, if it was tropical season, I'd be live Tuesday and Thursday and Friday and miss Wednesday or go Wednesday night or go live Wednesday remotely. But there's just not a lot to talk about. So we're kind of in that lull. All right? Big dog. Go Rays. Try to drink my water. I got in trouble last night because we went to Jack Willie's. I love that place. My buddy Jim manages it. But I always get one more when we get our tab. Well, Julie didn't like the idea of getting one more last night because it was a pitcher. But I was with a buddy. It wasn't like I was drinking the whole thing. But anyway, so there you have it. The rest of the story. All right, we'll see everybody Monday. All right, bye-bye.